Hello, goblins. It's Chris, Eldritch Pipes. I'm here with Mr. Hugh Bowen. Hello.
Hello, how are you doing, Chris?
Not bad.
Thanks for having me on.
Hugh is a filmmaker and musician and is extremely well known amongst our friends. And we're both whiskey enthusiasts, aren't we?
I would say so, yeah.
We like drinking it.
We do. We're very fond of drinking it.
I like collecting it as well. You not so much.
Yeah, it doesn't tend to stay around that long for me.
No.
I'm like a one bottle of whiskey at a time kind of man. I don't like to cheat on my whiskies. I have a fully committed relationship with a bottle.
And I like to play the field all at the same time. Something like that. Anyway, today we are looking at some Compass Box whiskies. We're going to compare and contrast their kind of like their tentpole blends. The first one is going to be Spice Tree, which is a single malt blend. In fact, both these are single malt blends. The Spice Tree is matured in French oak, so it's not a sherried whiskey. And then the second one is going to be the Peat Monster. Again, a single malt blend. This time from Islay.
Islay and Speyside, I believe.
Islay and Speyside.
Which is an interesting combination.
Yeah, when you hear it, it sounds
interesting,
curious. So we're sharing my faceted glasses today. The reason that I like these ones is because the glass is really thin, so if you've got warm hands, you can warm it up. It actually looks kind of red.
Yeah, no, it's a very dark colour, really, isn't it?
So
much darker than the Peat Monster, for comparison.
Yeah, so it's kind of strange.
I mean, this is like a bourbon-y kind of red, isn't it, really?
It's very interesting.
I guess that would figure with the American oak.
And it's got kind of a vanilla, sweet vanilla.
It's quite sweet, yeah.
I'm not sort of detecting a lot of... It doesn't smell spicy, if you know what I mean.
No, not really. I mean, it definitely smells sweet.
Right.
I would have kind of thought maybe it was like a sherry or Madeira cask just from the smell, but...
Yeah.
Okay, well, I really like that.
It's really sweet.
It's got sort of just a tiny little bit of aniseed, maybe. There's a little bit of licorice in there.
Because you do get that spice on the finish.
Yeah.
It comes through at the end.
Yeah, it really does, yeah.
But it's, so it's like sweet vanilla to start. And then it kind of, I wouldn't have... Yeah.
Yeah, I really like this, actually. I mean, as you know, my biggest love in whiskies tends to be the bourbons. And, this is it's really robust. And it's nice and sweet and a bit of caramel in there, maybe?
Yeah. If you've got a sweet tooth, it's not super complex, but it's just a really nice... It's a nice drinker.
Yeah, that's a good daily driver, that is. That'd be a good lunch whiskey.
Bottled at 46%, which I'm always in favour of whiskies bottled at higher than 40%. Just gives them that vibrancy.
Do you hold anything to the idea that you should put in a bit of water to unlock the oils?
Do you know?
Or do you feel like your saliva is water enough?
I do hold whiskey in my mouth for a little while, so I think it does that job a bit. But my philosophy is that they've bottled it how they want you to drink it. That's my philosophy.
Ah.
Not everyone's philosophy.
Yeah, no, I like that. Yeah. Yeah, so if they wanted it to be weaker, they'd have made it weaker.
Exactly. They should have diluted it to the point that they think it's at its best. Although they do say adding a little bit of water unlocks. I don't know.
I don't know. Do really like these glasses, by the way. I mean, they very much look like 70s sci-fi film props. Like, they could be like Blake 7, chilling on the Liberator, drinking
Something a little Dalek about them.
Yeah. It's the octagons, I guess. Yeah, I approve anyway.
All right. Spice tree.
Yeah, that was delicious. Usually a bit sceptical about blends of single malt.
Really?
Yeah, I just kind of feel like, single malts are great.
Why blend them?
Why blend them? I mean, isn't blending largely just a way of, just hiding the fact that 90% of it is like raw grain liquor?
Well, I suppose at its best, it's taking two great qualities of two different whiskies and deciding that, like a recipe,
Sort of like peanut butter and Marmite.
that they work.
You put them together and it's really, really good.
Well, I don't know about peanut butter and Marmite, but it's cooking with whiskey. Shall we
Yeah, let's proceed.
move on? So Peat Monster, also bottled at 46%.
There is quite a difference in the nose on this one.
Very pale. There's no age statements on these, so they could be anything above from 3 years up, I suppose. Are you diving right in? It's a subtle smoke on the nose.
I already smelt it.
You did.
I did that. I don't know. I mean, you can immediately tell it's going to be peaty.
I was one of the things we were saying was there anything distinctively compass box, something that had a coherent identity across different blends? Was there something that, I don't know, some kind of genetic link between the two?
I mean, they both have a certain lightness to them. I mean, given that this is called the Peat Monster, you'd expect it to be like, the Peat Monster, and be like excessively, aggressive. I mean, I think I've had some, oh heavens, what am I thinking of? I've had some very, very harsh Ardbeg expressions. Are those the guys I'm thinking of?
Well, Ardbeg are very peaty.
Yeah, I mean, I've had peatier whiskey, for sure.
Yeah. It's a light, peaty whiskey. It is sweet. Maybe it's got the same sort of vanillas going on.
Yeah, I think it does, doesn't it? I mean, that's going to be... They're both oak casks, aren't they?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, we're getting that. Oh, you're only really getting the flavour from the wood anyway, aren't you? There's nowhere else for it to come from. Just taking vodka and putting it in wood. Until it becomes
I don't know
delicious.
whether you're influencing my mind, but it's like I could taste the oak.
No, I think you can definitely taste the oak in this.
As a kind of a
Tastes.
slight bitterness, but the bitterness is, for me, I'm experiencing at the sides of my tongue, rather than bitterness on the.
Oh
finish.
yeah, no, absolutely, yeah, no, I'm definitely getting that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm not really getting a bitterness at the back at all.
Because I normally associate that with either something that's been over oaked or, well, I don't find that a pleasurable one. But bitterness at the side is quite nice.
I like this actually. I mean, it's nice. It's a bit weird. I mean, it feels a bit sort of like it's neither fish nor fowl, really.
It is a slightly odd one.
And it's just, INA and Speyside, let's just, I kind of feel like they're almost diametrically opposite in terms of... whiskey making philosophies.
There was a Ben Romack. So Ben Romack is a Speyside distillery.
Yeah.
And so for a while, maybe they still are, I don't know, but the peaty style whiskey was in vogue. And so some of the Speyside distilleries started doing peated expressions, and Ben Romack did one.
Yeah.
And that was very, very strange.
Yeah. Was it good though?
No,
No.
it wasn't.
I'm not the hugest fan of Speyside in general, to be honest, but I have to say
That's
that.
so funny because I'm more or less the same.
Yeah. Well, we are men of culture and taste.
Although, one of the... If you come back at some point to do another whiskey tasting...
Always.
We might do the Aberlour, I don't know, to punish ourselves. That are heavily sherried.
Oh, I don't mind the heavily sherried ones so much. You don't like the sherried ones at all, really, do you? Yeah,
Not
no,
so
I can. Well, it's good. Like a child, I like the sweetness. With my unrefined palate.
That's fair enough. I can understand that.
I mean, it's changed. I used to really go for really challenging whiskies. I used to be really, really up for just like the strongest, the smokiest, peatiest, most nonsensically ridiculous whiskies that I could go for. And then I realised, I know. And it's like, well, I like that. And I do still like that. But, in general, I mean, like a nice smooth bourbon's got a lot going for it.
Fair enough. All right. So that's our tasting.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. Pleasure. Just one last little item on a pipe note. I've now had my first delivery of skull mounds.
Oh, let me have a look at that.
So we'll be working on the new Herbert West tampers.
My eyesight is so rubbish, I can actually see this better on your screen than I can in my hands. That is so cool, isn't it?
Yeah. So
look at their little scully heads.
We'll be casting those at the end of this week, hopefully, and I'll let you know.
That guy's my
Get
favourite.
out of my frame. And we'll be hopefully having those available from the end of next week, I hope. All right, guys. Till next time, take it easy. See you soon.